Hello everyone, my name is Yuko Tomizuka. I'm Global Real Estate Investment Advisor with 30 years of experience. I evaluated more than 20,000 properties. Today, I'd like to speak something about the demographic growth. Which part in Japan we can expect the population growth. Through this video, you'll be able to find out the demographic trends. That is one of the key indicator when it comes to your business development in Japan. I'd like to spend some time to analyze demographic dynamism and its future trend. Statistics from the government shows the following. The top 5 prefectures where demographic growth have been found. 1. Tokyo. 2nd. Okinawa. Number 3. Saitama. Number 4. Kanagawa. And number 5. Aichi, where Nagoya is located. Let's start with number 1, Tokyo. Why Tokyo? Maturity as city, dynamic and completed infrastructure, concentration of business functions, as well as medical facilities. Regarding child raising, according to the research conducted by Nikkei Dual, the top local authorities who have been supporting child raising are in central Tokyo wards, such as Katsushika, Shinjuku, Suginami, and Itabashi wards. Another research, which means Nissei Research, also released the demographic research data demonstrating that the female inflow has been the demographic growth driver. Tokyo has been dominating in female-based city, and Kanagawa, also Chiba, follow to Tokyo. Future risks for Tokyo growth. On the other hand, I would like to point out the trend, decentralization. Younger generations have seen flexible in terms of working location. Some influencer YouTubers live outside Japan, original resort cities. They have created another trend, such as working from different places in the planet while keeping good life-work balance. The second largest demographic growth rate has been seen in Okinawa. Why Okinawa? Reason, like Latin and Catholic influence culture, indigenous custom does not allow abortion, and average number of children in Okinawa family is 2 to 3, as the birth rate is 1.89. Additionally, previously mentioned, younger generations, engineers, or even retired couples prefer living in Okinawa. This trend pushing up is demography. Demography figures. The future risks. Number 1. A finding about Okinawa is low wage of local residents. Okinawa's average annual income is 3.7 million Japanese yen, while that of Tokyo is 4.4 million Japanese yen. Therefore, a large scale of consumption may not be expected for Okinawa market, although that's still better figure among Asian market. The risk number 2, another concern would be the access. Even though the local government has been encouraging the industrial and infrastructure development of Okinawa to be the Asian logistic hub, if flight volume decreases due to the COVID influence, the demographic may be negatively impacted. So the third largest population rate growth rate has been seen in here, Saitama. Why Saitama? Number 1, younger generation increase from north parts in Japan. Number 2, aged people from surrounding prefectures have moved to Saitama to access to Tokyo, a better medical and wellness condition. The number 3, non-Japanese residents as workers or students. Japanese government changed their immigration rules to provide workforce in service industries in Japan. One of the first steps were accepting non-Japanese students. Until 2019, 310,000 non-Japanese students have come to Japan. While they study, they work as part-time workers. Nowadays, we find only non-Japanese workers in convenience stores or restaurants when it comes to Central Tokyo. Wage is high in Central Tokyo, but the housing rent, living cost is also high. Thus, they share apartments in adjacent prefectures such as Saitama or Kanagawa. They just simply pushed up the number of residents. The Is number 4. Additionally, the government functions moved to Saitama, and the city has been matured as a political administrative function. The first completion of just urban renewal plan was around 2000, and over past decades, residence growth and maturity have been seen, and this dynamism has been reflected in figures. Fourth largest demographic growth we saw in Kanagawa. Why Kanagawa? Company headquarters inflow. Teikoku Data Bank conducted the research, and the number one corporate headquarter inflows, 48 cases were seen in Kanagawa in 2019. Kanagawa has been the number one headquarter moving destination for past 3 years. The possible reasons are number one, access to Kansai area as well as Tokyo. Number two, relatively cheap fixed cost compared to Tokyo. Number three, manufacturing concentration in Yokohama or Kawasaki area, and newly developed infrastructure and residential areas such as Kawasaki World or Minato Mirai area. Additionally, Kanagawa is another destination for non-Japanese students to live, taking into account the access to Tokyo, cheap living costs, and Asian culture communities. Any risks for Kanagawa? Of course, one negative point to disturb the demographic growth is the earthquake risk. A large scale of demographic concentration has been seen. Waterfront areas such as Yokohama and Kanagawa. Thus, once the large scale earthquake happens, the areas will be exposed to the risk of tsunami, soil liquidation, and BCP maintenance. Fifth largest population growth was seen in Aichi. Nagoya is the capital city of Aichi. Why Aichi? Number one, residents have moved in Aichi from surrounding prefectures such as Gifu, Mie, where the depopulation has been distinct. At the large manufacturer like Toyota has been based in Nagoya, workers, not only Japanese but also non-Japanese, have created local community and settled in Aichi. Any risks for future population growth? Of course, the geographic plates, the earthquake plate, are found along with Pacific Ocean. Aichi has also been exposed to the earthquake risk. Once the large-scale disaster happens, the local people preference may be changed. Thus, summing up, the top 5 population growth prefectures are as follows. Number 1, Tokyo. Number 2, Okinawa. Number 3, Saitama. Number 4, Kanagawa. Number 5, Aichi. Here is my background. That I worked for Japan Real Estate Institute, country's largest, oldest real estate appraisal and consulting firm for 12 years, then studied abroad and came back, got involved in several financial structuring. In 2013, I just moved to Okinawa, where I live now, and then got involved in the hotel deals and the global real estate investment advisory works. I basically speak 4 languages: Japanese, English, Italian, Portuguese, and more supporting the hotel or the other real estate investment. If you like my channel, please register my channel, and also like this video clip. I would very much appreciate. Thank you.